We took 5 different Shopify stores to 7 figures in sales just to prove it's not lit. And in this video, I will show you how we hit the $1 million mark 5 times in a row in 5 different niches. So if you've yet to make $1 million on your store, pay attention. This will probably be the most important video you see all year. Definitely at least today. So let's get into the video. You see, the biggest mistake I see new store owners make is that new store owners sell products they think will work, not products they know will work. And that keeps them from making a sale, let alone from making $1 million in sales. So how do you overcome this? The truth is you need a framework for success. Isn't that right, Mr. Midblue? Yes, you need a framework. And we use what's known as the 5W framework. We go through this 5-step process, which I'll show you in this video every single time that we launch a new store. And that's what allows us to instantly understand what our customer wants and how we can get profitable. So what are the 5 W's? W number 1 is who your core customer is, so you'll be able to own a brand that creates a repeat customer for life who buys from you again and again like clockwork. You have to understand what you're selling them. This will show you how you can craft the perfect product every time. Where you're selling it to them, that's the 3rd W, by the way. And when you can do that, you'll be able to understand where your customers are so you can easily sell to them. The 4th W is why they're buying it, so you can craft profitable ads on autopilot. They speak directly to your core audience, so you can get a massive ROI. And the final W is when they're buying these products from you, so you can strategically create products, offers, and promotions that generate you hundreds of thousands of dollars in revenue per month. All right. So that being said, I want to go over to my computer screen. I'm going to share a couple worksheets with you, by the way, which you can download absolutely free in the link below. So make sure you download these worksheets if you want. Let's hop onto my screen and go in depth through these 5 W's that have allowed us to take 5 different stores to the 7-figure mark. All right, my handy dandy editor should have made it so you were seeing my screen now. And real quick, I'm gonna go through 5 worksheets with you. This is what we fill out every time we enter a niche. And because of this, and yes, by the way, I did just say niche instead of niche. I don't know what's going on. I'm going crazy. I need more kratom. But we've got these 5 worksheets. I'll go through this with you really quickly. And you can also download these for free below. Just click on the link, enter your name, email, phone number, and we'll send these bad boys to you. But this is what we do every single time we go into a new niche. We've been doing this since 2019, or actually 2020, by the way, and it completely transformed our business. In the past, our store was doing $3 million in sales. And then when we implemented this process, it skyrocketed to 20 million. So let's get through the 5 W's. Oh, I never even sipped my kratom. Oh my God. The 5 W's that have allowed us to scale our stores and make oodles, boodles, doodles of money. So the first one, as you already know, is who. Discovering who is your customer. You need to have like that perfect person you're talking to. Like even if you're automating your entire business, you're just using ChatGPT. Just having the information and filling this out. If you haven't seen our AI video yet, you'll notice I filled out specific information about my target audience. I figured out their age, their gender, their demographic, right? Like this is the first step to making a lot of money on your store, is having that ideal person that you're talking to, like literally pretend you're talking to the person when you're writing ads, and you fill that out in here. So what is the age range of your customer? So like for pause, this is a 20 to 50-year-old woman. Race, ethnicity, gender. So I fill out like what at pause, who are we selling to? White women. What gender? Female. What's their marital status? They're usually in a relationship, engaged, or married. Children. Yes. Income. They're usually making between 100 to 250,000. Education level. They are at least high school educated. Employment. They're employed. So for pause, that is what this looks like. And it just gives you an idea of who you're talking to. This is the simplest worksheet. Who is your customer? And we're gonna get a bit more in depth as we go into it. But when you fill this out and you have this data and you say, hey, ChatGPT, write me an ad for this product, and you fill out this data, it is going to create an ad that is 5 times better because I've tested it. When you say, hey, write me an ad for this t-shirt versus, hey, write me an ad for this dog t-shirt for white women who are between the ages of 20 and 40, they have kids, and here's like more information about them, right? It allows ChatGPT to create a much better ad. So that's it for the who. This is the simplest part. Now we get into where. This is where you start to research your customer. You start to understand them, and you can start to identify like how to talk to them in your ads and what they're buying. So section 2, where. Now it's time to figure out where your customers are and think, okay? Like where your customers close, pretend you're them, put yourself in their body. So where do they spend their time? And what I'd like to write down here is like, where do they spend their time in person? And where do they spend their time online? Are there certain YouTube videos that they're watching, or YouTube channels? Are there certain Reddits that they subscribe to? Are there certain websites where they're reading every day? Are there Twitter accounts that they follow? Are there Instagram accounts that they follow? And I'm trying to figure all this out, because once I figure it out, I can go to those websites constantly and I can do two things. Number one, I can look for trends. If I know that they're following or going to these certain websites all the time, I can see what's trending on those subreddits or on those Instagram accounts or those Twitter accounts this month. And I can use those to speak in my ads, like to model the language I'm using in my ads, or I can use them to identify trends. So for instance, I had mentioned that we were in the politics space, and by listening to political podcasts and listening to political subreddits and Instagram accounts and influencers, I identified the FJB trend, FJB or Let's Go Brandon. You remember those? I identified those the day they came out. We released products around them and we made 6 figures in a weekend because I did the research. I went to where my customers live. I put myself in their shoes every day. I listen to the podcast. I read up on what they're doing. I stay with the trends, and I made a bunch of money because of it. So where do your customers spend their time? Both physical and online. Where do they spend their money? Which retailers are they shopping with? This way you can go to the other retailers and you can identify what they're doing, what kind of promotions they're running, how they're speaking with their customers, and you can copy it. Think deeper about the problems they have and how you can solve them. And now it's time to use this information to join our customers. So we need to join the Facebook groups that they're in and look at what they're talking about in those Facebook groups. We need to follow the Instagram accounts that they follow. We need to follow the influencers and brands on Twitter that they follow. And we need to read the opinions and blogs that they have. So which influencers, which bloggers, where are they reading? And let's have some fun. Now you do an exercise. Write down 5 ideas that would explain how you came loyal to this company, okay? So think of the stores or influencers that your ideal customer is following, or the customer you want to acquire is following, and write down 5 reasons why they're loyal to those people. It requires some mental work. It requires you to step outside your comfort zone. You have to actually do a little bit of work, but this pays off. This is why we make millions of dollars, because we do this work, okay? Imagine that you're in charge of advertising your favorite product to your past self before coming into contact with this product, right? So for instance, for Paws, I would go to another dog retailer. I would look at their loyal customer base and I would say, hey, I wonder why these people are loyal to this person, and I would write it down here. Now you write down a minimum of 2 ways that you would present this product in order to make your past self purchase it. So now that you understand why these people are loyal, try to sell one of their products or even your products to the target audience based off of what you learned right here. Now you write an ad that would make your past self interested in it, okay? Now we have to figure out where we can find our customer online. How can we advertise to them? So again, if you need help figuring out like where do they spend their time and what do they do here, you can go skip ahead to this. Where can you find your customer? We use a method that we've been using since about 2015 called MCBW. Which magazines do they read? Which celebrities do they follow? Which businesses do they buy from? And which websites are they constantly visiting, okay? And then we have a bunch of little ideas that you can get right here. Magazines, celebrities, businesses, websites. Where are you looking for them? Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Discords, Reddits, YouTube channels. Now, let's do a little exercise, right? The ad that your customer avatar would click on. Identify your customer avatar, your ideal product for them on any given occasion, and write down the customer's demographics just like you would before creating an ad. Create an ad text containing 90 characters. Reach out to 3 friends or family members that meet the criteria. So reach out to 3 people who fit your target avatar. Explain to them that you're doing an exercise for your business and you require a bit of their time and patience. Have them act as a potential customer. Read to them your ad text and then describe an image of your product that would accompany this text. You need to ask them their honest opinion if your ad aroused their curiosity enough for them to want to buy from you. Ask them if they would purchase the product that you've selected them as an ideal customer for, and then ask them why or why not they would purchase it from you, and then ask them for honest feedback on the ad that you've made. This is something we do every time, guys. And if you think this sounds like too much work, okay, you know what else is a lot of work? Being poor for the rest of your fucking life, okay? Jeez, sip some crime to that, you know what I'm saying? So, this is the side people don't see. Like they think, oh, it's so easy to go out there and get super rich. I just launch and test a ton of products. Like you think that we're just randomly testing things? We put a lot of thought into everything we do. That's why we make millions of dollars. And like I said, this isn't that much work. This is gonna take you a day or 2 to complete. So give up Netflix, give up Reddit for the next 2 days and fill this out. And you can download these PDFs for free. just below this video. So after you figured out who your customer is and you figured out where they're hanging out, who they're following, all that information, we need to figure out what, aka what do we sell them? So what? Let's take a look at what your competitors are doing. Loyal customers to competitors or complaints about those competitors. Find raving reviews and find negative reviews about your competitors. Figure out your competitors' wins, what they're doing right, figuring out what they're doing wrong. Read the reviews. What are their top selling products? Go take a look. And what do people want to see more of? Feedback from customers post-sale. Like if you can find reviews from customers after they've bought something, what did they not like or what did they wish they could get more of from these stores, right? Now, as your sales grow, you got to separate yourself from your customers. What do your customers want you to do? Like I said, read reviews from competitors. What did they wish were different? What did they wish they could have gotten from the competitor? You can provide that to them. Why should the audience care? Why should the audience care about what you're selling? Okay, you need to figure this out because on pause, right? We'll just go over to the store, give you an example. Why should they care about what we're selling? Number one, we sell a product that aligns with who they are because we finished this. We know what our customers are interested in because we researched. So that is one reason customers should buy from us, right? Because these products align with their identity. But number two, we have a mission. We donate money to no-kill shelters. And based off of our target avatar, we found that this is something that they really align with. They align with donating and helping out animals. So our target audience aligns with our products, they align with our mission. This is why they care. What specific problem of theirs are we addressing? People don't think about this, but with print on demand, you are solving a problem, and that is people literally want to express that they are dog moms, okay? Let me see if I can find any shirts. Okay, when people wear t-shirts, what they're doing is they're trying to tell the world a story about who they are, okay? So I have an Andy Frisella shirt sitting right next to me. This is something I wore a few days ago. It says, personal excellence is the ultimate rebellion. And what I'm telling the world here is that I view myself as someone who is excellent, someone who values hard work and personal excellence. That is why I wear this shirt. When you are creating a t-shirt, that is the problem you are solving. People want to express themselves. They want the world, in Paw's case, to know that they're a dog lover, that they're a dog mom. We're selling to people who are obsessed with their dog. So we're helping them solve that problem of allowing them to express their personality, express their interests. And their interest so happens to be dogs. And you can do it in the political niche. People want to express which candidate they vote for. So which specific problem are you addressing? Okay, what are you offering? So what item are you selling to fix that problem? What is your solution to that problem? So I'm selling a t-shirt and my solution to the problem is that I give them something. So like, look, this sells to like the hippie moms, right? Like there's a whole bunch of hippie dog lovers out there. So we're selling them a t-shirt, right? The solution to their problem is now they have a t-shirt that expresses both their love for dogs and their little hippiness, right? So that is a solution. And what is the call to action? The call to action is simply to add to cart, to buy from us. Okay. But once you put all this down, it makes it all much more systemized. Now you're starting to have a real business. Instead of just like keeping all of this information in your head and hoping people buy from you, now you're starting to know who your customers are, where they hang out, what they're buying from the competitors, and what you're selling to them to solve their problems. Now we need to figure out why. Why should they buy from you? So people enjoy purchasing from someone who gets them. Gone are the days of just throwing products up. Now you need to have a brand that has values. And that's why this is so important. Section number 2 is the most important worksheet. That is why it is also the longest. This helps you understand how your customers live their life, where they spend their money, what they believe in, what they care about. And then you can craft a mission and you can craft products where when your customers see it, they say, wow, this is perfect for me. This person gets me. And your goal should never to be the cheapest or most convenient because you will never be Amazon. That is why when we sell products, they are not the cheapest. A lot of people are out there trying to sell shirts for like $19.99 and they say there's no profit margins because shirts are $19.99. It's like, okay, we sell shirts typically for $34.99, $36.99, right? Your goal should be to provide the best customer experience possible. These are why people will buy from you. People will buy from you because you've done your research, you've created the perfect product that they align with, that they like, that allows them to express themselves. And then once you create a good customer experience, You get it there, you get it quick, you respond to support tickets, all that stuff. People come back and they buy from you over and over again. Again, remember, we have a 40% return customer rate. People build loyalty because they purchase from someone who gets them. Brands that go above and beyond just products and transactions provide additional value, special niche holidays, free information that helps their customers. So like with that, we give out a free ebook. On pause. We were offering a free ebook to most people on how to take care of their dog. We're not just selling them a t-shirt. We're also telling them how they can take better care of their dog, how they can keep their dog healthy. And then we also celebrate niche holidays. We even create our own holidays for brand loyalty. And you need to become a resource for people that they will go to and use over and over again. The point being is provide value for your customers, give them a reason to follow you, and they will come back and they will buy from you over and over again. Now, the last part is when. In the last chapter, we talk about when people buy from you, because it's very important to understand there's two reasons people buy. People buy from you for themselves, and then people buy as a gift for holidays for others. And you need to tailor your messaging based off which audience you're going after. So how do you talk to your niche normally? You need to write this down. What are the concerns they have during their week? What are they thinking about? What are their concerns on the weekend? So for example, if you're selling to someone hardworking in the 9 to 5 niche and they view themselves as a hard worker, right? And let's pretend you're selling blue collar t-shirts, you could write something about that. If you're selling to the religious niche, you can make designs about Saturday and Sunday, right? Because that's what they care about. And you need to develop a strategy to deploy in your messaging. Your messaging should be consistent because people like consistency. Your designs should feel consistent. Your messaging should feel consistent. This is how you get repeat customers because they recognize that consistency. They feel comfortable with it. They come back for more. You need to pick days to communicate with your customers each week. So post on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday. That's what we do. Now, here's an example. When you're communicating with your customers, either through email or like SMS, social, whatever. Let's pretend someone plays golf. On Monday, you say, hope you got out to play over the weekend. On Wednesday, it's time to start looking for tee times for this weekend. Friday, it's been a fun, long week. It's almost time to golf. Sunday, good luck out there today. Go hit the course. This is the kind of messaging we use because we know during the week and as the weekend gets closer, a golfer is looking towards or looking forward to a weekend out on the links, right? So another example is fitness. Okay, on Monday, get pumped up for the week. Wednesday, leg day on hump day. Friday, don't go out and cheat this weekend. And no, we're not talking about cheating your significant other. We're talking about cheating on your fitness routine, on your diet. Sunday is rest day. Example number 3, making your dreaded Monday brighter with some discounts. This is like the 9 to 5 thing, right? 9 to 5 jobs. Wednesday, we're halfway there. You made it. Friday, happy hour discounts. Sunday's family day. Holidays and trends, okay? How do you talk to your niche specific holidays? What are the holidays throughout the year that you can profit from? What are trends around, like No Shave November is a trend, right? That you can tap into. So think about which days are relevant for your specific niche. For example, 4th of July for a patriotic store. Earth Day if you're like a more holistic hippie store. Valentine's Day for stores that are based off of relationships and gifting. Build yourself out a marketing calendar for these important dates. Make sure to understand why the dates are important and communicate them in your marketing. So for example, 4th of July store, why is that important? Because it is America's Freedom Day, Independence Day, yes. So you communicate, you use messages around that. You don't just say like, it's 4th of July, do you love America? No, you get hyped. You really lean into the holiday. Independence, you make designs based around it. And that's how you make a bunch of money. Look for trends that can be tapped into. For example, around Masters, right? It's the biggest golf tournament of the year. What's going on? Can you make cool designs based around that? Christmas, right? It's a universal holiday. So specific events that happen inside your niche that only your niche cares about, right? Most of the world might not care about like a gubernatorial off-cycle race. But if it's very important to a Republican, right, then they might care about that. If they are talking about these events in your niche, you need to be talking about it too. And this would include something like Amazon Day, Black Friday, or Cyber Monday. And also, we create like our own versions of Prime Day, just so you know. It's like an easy way to print money. You can just randomly decide, like, okay, it's October, I wanna do a Prime Day this October, so you would build out like a 2-week Prime Day promotion. Because when you give people a discount, like you wanna give them a reason, and you also want it to end. Because if they know it's ending, they know they need to act now before it's over. And the goal is to layer these days on top of your evergreen marketing for huge influxes of cash. So guys, that is the 5 W's. Who, where, what, why, and when. So if you want access to this, make sure you comment below, and also just click the link in the comments so you can download. I know that this is a long video, but this is what we do to make millions of dollars. So if you implement this, this one video could change your entire life. Thank you guys for watching. Peace.